The Bachelorette season 18, episode 3. Girl, cousin, beloved, why Jamie said, I cannot stand that man. He makes my skin crawl. Jamie says Michelle is acting like she's at spring break and he doesn't feel as if he should compete with men like Brandon for a woman's attention. When I tell you, Jamie, I cannot stand that man. I called him from day one just from his pictures. I could not stand him. Jamie is arrogant. I don't know if I have his picture up here because here he go. My other computer broke and I have a lot of stuff in that computer. We're going to take it to the computer shop today. From the picture, first of all, he doesn't look 42. He looks 52. He doesn't look 32. There is no way he is 32. He has got to be 52 or something. They lied about his age. But from the second I saw him, I was like, I don't like him. There is something about him I don't like. And you know what the Lord was showing me last night is that we have coverings, right, ladies? For those of you walking around fake femininity, we have coverings. So Jamie, he's very arrogant. He's very full of himself. He thinks he's the cream of the crop when he's the scum of the earth. He is disrespectful. He's manipulative. He's a narcissist. He is awful. I don't know how Jamie made it on The Bachelorette. He is so full of himself that I just cannot understand how a man can be so full of himself, talk about he don't have to compete with Brandon for a woman's attention because he thought he got it going on and he thought he was going to get the rose at the group date. And this is Brandon's second time getting the rose at the group date. And honey, he was pissed about it. He told the producer, we need to talk. I don't feel like I'm telling, I cannot stand him. I cannot stand Jamie. He is so arrogant. That's why I didn't like him. Because I can pick things up about people. Okay, just from Jamie's pictures, go back and watch my review. I said, I don't like this guy. And thankfully, he showed who he is last week and the week before. And I was like, right again. Happy Monday morning to one and all. I know I'm late with The Bachelorette, but you know the girl is working on NaNoWriMo. I am feeling good about my process as far as getting the word counts. Be sure to subscribe. Thumbs up. Share this out if you can. Remember, I review Married at First Sight, Ready to Love, The Bachelorette, and of course, I do my dating content. So be sure to check my dating content out. Those of you who support me on my other shows, I need you to support me on The Bachelorette. You can still get a lot of information from here because one of the reasons why I love these shows is because we can learn from them, okay? My book, 23 Types of Guys, available. If you don't have this book, you need to pick it up. It is currently on sale on Amazon. NaNoWriMo, my computer broke. Technically was already broke, and my husband bought me another one, but I was having problems, and they're trying to refund it so he could buy me a new one. And so my words and a lot of my stuff is stuck in that computer. I do have some stuff saved on files and stuff, but you don't save everything. Like a lot of my pictures from the show is in there. And so for NaNoWriMo, I am currently at 17,908 words. Yesterday, initially, I had 16,000 and 8 words. And yesterday, Saturday, I had 16,008 words. Sunday, I typed an additional 1,900 words. That brought me up to 17,908 words. I haven't done anything yet today. I'm going back to the office today. And so at 17,908 words, my daily average is 2,558 words for 7 days, okay? So I didn't do 8 days because I didn't type anything yet today. So I can do the average for 8 days, maybe tomorrow morning when I type for today. But as of now, for 7 days, my average is 2,558 words for 7 days, okay? So if I keep this up, I will meet my goal to be finished by the Wednesday of Thanksgiving Day. That's my goal. NaNoWriMo is National Novels Writers Month, and we challenge ourselves to type 50,000 words in 30 days. I am not enjoying the process as much as I thought I would, but I know why. I'm nitpicking about my writing, and I can't go back and edit and fix things and change things because it's a time limit. You have to get these words in. I have a feeling I'm going to be working on this again next year, but we will see. I have a new journal coming out for you. I'm going to make it come out for Christmas because, of course, I'm just backed up. And I'll have a dating book coming out for you for February about the type of guys that I dated. All right. On to the Bachelorette, Michelle. She's absolutely beautiful. She's extremely classy. And I must admit, she has a good group, a decent group of guys. My number one from day one was Nate. I absolutely love him and adore him. Ooh, child, he is just so adorable. And my top 5 guys are still there, but I'm about to shuffle them a little bit because one guy seems so, I didn't even see him last night. And I'm like, well, where is he? He's my number 4 guy, number 5. And I didn't see Chris S last night. So I'm just going to reshuffle. I'm going to shuffle him off. Okay, so I'll tell you what my new lineup is. Nate is still my number 1. Okay, Rodney is still up in there. I really, really like Rodney. I don't think she's going to choose Rodney, but I really, really like him. I could see her with Rodney. So the Bachelorette, it started off with the guys talking about, what happened the last week of Jamie, somebody lying to Michelle, talking about her character. Her character is being questioned. And so, let me get to my notes. So it's morning after the rumor. She's feeling hurt. Guys talking, and then Jamie says he felt like he was in the best position with her. This is what I'm talking about. Ego, full of himself. And I'm not sure if this man is looking in the camera at himself. I mean, he's not even decent looking. He looks like a troll. And I'm like, what in the world? Does he have some money or something? Because I just don't understand how. I don't understand it. Don't he look at, and I know some of you say, oh, he's been through a lot. I've been through a lot and I'm 44 and I don't look like that. He don't even look 42. The man look at least 65. Okay. No one knows. Still nobody knows that he's the troll. I don't even know what to call the bum. That he's the one that lied to Michelle, trying to manipulate her feelings about the men in the group so she can feel safe and secure. Let me tell you, once a man lied to you, you can't trust him. I don't trust liars. I tell my kids, do not lie to me. Tell me the truth because I'm your mama. I'm going to protect you and I'm going to try to get you out of what you got in. So don't lie to me. So ladies, when you are dating, if a man lied to you, please don't make excuses for him. Take it as it is. My grandmother always said, if a man lie, he will steal. And if he steal, he will kill. So Jamie is just, I cannot, you just don't understand why I can't stand him, okay? He's up there with the Dusty. Okay, so to date this week, date card came, and Martin is going Olu, LT, Spencer, Clayton, Nate, Joe, Rick, Will, and Peter. Okay, you notice how they're putting Peter and Will together. I can't stand Peter either. Oh, he's such a little boy. Okay. She said on the card, I want a man that's not afraid of the danger zone. Love, Michelle. And so they go to Palm Springs Air Museum. Michelle shows up looking beautiful in a khaki shorts romper. I love those. I have to get me one of those. 2 guys, Jay Ellis and Glenn Powell, stars in the new movie, The Top Gun Maverick. I was like, and I didn't know which of them is Jay, which of them the black guy. I did not know he was so tall. What, Mike? Mike probably don't know. Do you know who Jay Ellis is? He's a black actor. How about Glenn Powell? Okay, I think Jay Ellis is the black guy, right? Jay, doesn't that sound like a black name? Jay Ellis. Okay, we're going to go with Jay. I was like, oh my God, I had to rewind because he was so tall. He was just as tall as Joe. I can't stand Joe either because, once a man goes to, that's it. And so they were there and everybody was like, oh my God. Peter is such a little boy. He's jumping up like little Michael at Christmas. Okay, well, he's 26. So, little boy. Okay, so then they pick call names, and of course they call Peter Doughboy, and Olu, was it Olu or Spencer that says, I don't think calling Peter in, his voiceover, a Doughboy is going to be happy with that. So they had to go in the G4 stimulator and swing around and tell Michelle how they really feel. And oh my God, I felt the vertigo. And then poor Will, he was like, oh my God, I brought my motion sickness pill, but I didn't bring it with me. So he has motion sickness, and he was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? You could tell he was so scared. And so everybody was getting in. Clayton. Did Clayton get in? I don't remember him. So Will got in, and he spoke in Spanish. Peter got in first, spoke in Spanish. Then Will got in. Then Peter got mad that Will says verbatim what he said, which I don't believe. It's a lie. Okay. So Peter was mad at Will that Will did better. And then they had to do some kind of competition. You know how you're standing on the stage and you have to knock the other person off. So Spencer won. Joe and Olu was knocking Joe off. Joe was like a piece of paper. And then it was Will versus Peter. Okay, these are the two that have beef going on. Peter is jealous of Will. Will whooped Peter's behind, honey. Peter was upset about it. And they call Lil Will is Lil Will. Okay, Lil Willie. Lil Willie won this single date. And Peter had a fit like, oh my God, he shouldn't have won. And da. And then she also gave Peter the jacket, the Maverick jacket. Okay. After the party, they went to the after party. Everyone looks absolutely cool and beautiful, and they had like a little beach set up. Clayton went to talk to Michelle and say he's more relaxed. He said, well, you didn't get to go in the spinning thing, so he went and he spun with her, and of course my head was like, oh. So she apparently, I think she might have some kind of vertigo too, because she says she doesn't do very well with spinning. But anyways, he went ahead and spin, and they kissed. I really like Clayton. Okay. Nate tells her that she's catching feelings, and he feels like a little boy. She says, well, I feel like a little girl. And then they sucked each other tonsils out. Joe talks, of course, and they kiss. I just can't, Michelle. I don't know. Does she wash her mouth out after she kissed the guy? I mean, she kissed all of them. And it's not just one little peck on the mouth. I mean, they were swapping spit, kissing sucking the tonsils out. And I'm like, well, did she wash her mouth before? I just could not. Oh, girl, I just couldn't do. In the meantime, back over in the other group with the guys, Peter and Will is going at it. Peter says he's cashing checks, and Will said, man, you ain't even open yet. And Will says, but it doesn't buy you character. Peter said he's changing lives one slice at a time. And Peter keeps going at it. He is just such a little boy. Back all at the hotel with the rest of the guys, they're waiting for the day card to come. I feel like the single day, who's going to get the one date with Michelle? And I feel like it's going to be Rodney. Yes, it's Rodney. Malik is hating on Rodney. Talk about that. Michelle's going to keep him in the friend zone. That's why his ass got sent home, okay? Because you think you was something and you wasn't something. I don't even know why was he there. Malik, Spencer, why are those guys there? Okay, because I don't like people like that. Michelle talked to Martin, and she initiates a kiss. So she really likes Martin. That's the guy with they call him Carrot Top or something, with the mixed hair. I might have him up here. Let me tell you, Martin is I don't, because it's on my other computer. Martin is really surprising me. I am really surprised at how much she likes Martin and Rick. She initiates the kiss. He took his glasses off and he grabbed her neck and sucked her tonsils out some more. Peter put on Will's jacket. See, Will win the jacket. Peter is mad that Will got the jacket. So he put the jacket on and says it looks better on him, and he went and threw the jacket in the pool. Can you imagine what if he was supposed to return the jacket to the acting people? I can't stand him. While Michelle is talking to Will, so Peter threw the jacket in the pool while Michelle was talking to Will. So then Will comes back and can't find his jacket, and they ask him, where's the jacket? He asks the boys, what's wrong? Where's the jacket? They're gonna tell him Will threw it in the jacket. Of course, Will walked off crying, and I'm like, well, sir, I mean, I know it's okay to cry, but I mean, mm, mm, mm. Will comes back and Michelle comes out with the rose, and Will did not tell Michelle because he said he didn't want to mess up her evening. And she sends the guy home and had a date with Martin and gave the rose to Martin because Martin's the one that came up with it to him, talking to her, "Are you okay? I feel really bad," so on and so forth. Okay, so Rodney gets ready for the date, and he said he hasn't been the tallest, the strongest, and the bigger in the room, but he has a big heart. Listen, man, we don't need to hear nothing about your big heart. Okay, we need more than a big heart. Everybody have a big heart. So then they went on a date, and it's a blindfolded date to play truth or dare, and he wants to show her his goofy side, sees him as she sees himself as an underdog and she wants to use this time to explore if they have a romantic relationship. So now back up. Remember, Molly says Michelle is going to keep Rodney in the friend zone. So I'm wondering if this is something that was done because she says, I want to see. Michelle says, he's goofy and I enjoy that he has a fun side, but can it go to make it into a romantic relationship? Interesting. Okay. So they did the food tasting. That was cute. They were tasting food. Then they had to handcuff themselves together and find the key to get out of the room. And then there was a dare to take off. Somebody had to take off their clothes and run through the hallway. Child, Rodney took off his clothes. I mean, everything. Down to his bathing suit, except he had a pillow. And then they put the bulges up, to black that thing, to shake it around. He was running through the hotel. The other guys came out and everybody was like, oh my God, Rodney is running in the hotel with no clothes on. I mean, all he had was a pillow to block the dingling because, it's COVID. So I guess they basically have to stay in the hotel. There's not a lot of going out. Okay. Honey, I absolutely loved it. I mean, I wouldn't dare him to do, but I love that he was able to take that challenge and he did it. She brought Rodney back to her room. I guess she saw that thing and she was like, maybe I need to test this. I don't know. She says, tell me something about you that no one knows. And he said, I know I haven't really said it out loud, or not a lot of people know this, but my biggest fear is to die and not be a husband and a father. And I was like, oh my God, Rodney, I knew I loved you. Okay. And I thought that was cute. And I absolutely loved it. Hers is a fear of being complacent. And then, honey, they went to sucking each other tonsils out in her bed. She said in her voiceover, he chipped away at the friend zone and moved to the other zone. Okay. Next, the rest of the guys waited around for the envelopes for the group date. And it says she wants a man that can express herself. Jamie is mad that he's going on a group date. And so it was the rest of the guys. I didn't write their names. It was the guest of the guy. Jamie, who just had a single date with Michelle the day before yesterday, is mad that he didn't get another group date. How selfish are you? You went on a group date yesterday and you want another group date today? Make it make sense to me, Jamie. Make it make sense to me. So now he's mad. How dare Michelle put him in a group date with the rest of these guys? Okay. Child, Rodney and Michelle came out of the room in the middle of the night. Remember when they went in the room, it was the middle of the day, girl. By the time they came out the room, it was night. So I want to know, what was they doing in the room, Michelle? What was y'all doing in that room? And so they came out of the room in the night. It was dark, okay, and they went on a little boat ride dinner. And her hair looked really messy. I made sure to put that there. Her hair looks really messy. Emoji eyes. She said she liked his playfulness, and he shared how he's at the dinner. His dad left at 6, and his mom had to work 3 jobs, and that she's the hero, and he had a younger brother. She said in her last relationship, she couldn't really. They asked about, the question was, what happened in your last relationship? He asked her. Rodney asked her, what happened in your last relationship? She says, well, in the last relationship, she couldn't really explain to the person what it feels to be called an N-word, because she went to the supermarket or somewhere and a woman called her an N-word. Are you kidding me? In this day and time, to your face. I could understand people talking about you behind your back and on social media, but in your face, somebody looked at her and called her the N-word, and she went home to explain to who she was dating. And the person said, you're giving the person more power because you allowed it to bother you. And she was like, oh no, I don't want somebody who doesn't understand what it means or how it hurts to be called the N-word. And she said, doesn't mean that somebody white doesn't understand it, but she knew that relationship was over, because instead of him being empathetic towards her, he was like, well, you're giving that person more power. What are you crying for? I could do it either, girl. Okay. And he said, Rodney said he's looking for his queen. The way he is, the way she liked the way she is, the way she acts. And it makes easy for him to trust her. And he makes her feel safe, and she gives him the rose. He's developing feelings and could love her, feel that she could be the love of his life. The next day, Jamie claimed he's excited to be on a group date to see how he measures up with the other guys. Please. Activity has to do with express yourself. And so they went to this room, and it's the spoken word poet Rudy Francisco. And Chris S was G was so excited because he said he got him hooked on spoken word. And so they had to go up and they had to get a book and write their poems to Michelle. So Brandon read his, Romeo and Malik. Oh my God, Chris G did the best. I felt like Chris G should have gotten a rose for that activity, because did he get a rose for that activity? Because I thought he did the best. Okay. Jamie claims he lost his book. How the hell you lost your book? You was away for 1 hour to write a poetry and come back, and you lost your book. So he decided to tell a story. Casey started looking around. He says that Jamie might be preparing to be a motivational speaker, a cult leader. It was odd. Brandon says Jamie has some weird text talk about a rabbit going down a road or something, that he did not follow the activity. Michelle read her story, and she said she was the token black girl. That needs to be a book, Michelle. Write it, girl. Write the book. What's the chocolate guy name? Zedekiah. I put that. What's his name? Zedekiah. Because I thought, what's his name? Zedekiah. No, Leroy. Gosh, he even talked young Leroy. I'm ready for Leroy to go home, child. He's a baby. I mean, Leroy don't even have any bass in his voice. And is he from somewhere else? Is he from another country or something? I don't know. He just seems so young to me. Back at the hotel group with Michelle, and he doesn't feel like the competition with any guy. Brandon tells similar story like Michelle. I thought he was Hispanic, girl. Brandon say he's light-skinned. I said light-skinned. I thought Brandon was Hispanic. Am I the only one that thought Brandon was Hispanic? Child, he said he had this similar experience as Michelle, that he was light-skinned. And then they suck each other's tonsils out. So Casey went to talk to her. Romeo went to talk to her. Leroy brought her a kente cloth. Jamie claimed he's in a different level. Then Jamie claimed he felt the same growing up, and he slobbed her down. Yuck. Then she comes back, and she's going to give the rose to someone who caused to make her feel safe, and she gave the rose to Brandon. So this is the second time Brandon has gotten a rose on one of the group dates. Jamie was pissed, and he went up behind the producer and said, "We need to talk. I'm competing with Brandon for a woman's attention." Thought the guys are not in the same level, and he thought they was going to get guys at his level from all over the country. And so he's in the hotel balcony talking to the producer while the words are coming up on the screen, and we're reading everything he is saying. And the Dusty, okay, I don't know if he's a Dusty, the narcissist is going to say, she act like it's spring break, and he not going to judge her or anything, but Michelle is acting like spring break. Michelle, rose ceremony, guys still don't know who told Michelle. The narcissist doesn't get pressure, just maintaining momentum. So he claimed, the narcissist, Jamie, he's not pressured because of what's going on. He's just going to maintain momentum. Oh my God. Michelle dress looked absolutely beautiful. It fits her like a doll. I love it, girl. I wish I could wear it. I would wear it too. Just me and Michael in the bed, okay? Okay, and I just kept asking, is Leroy from another country? Can somebody look that up and let me know? Nate steals her, took her shoes off, and she took her shoes off, and they run. Oh my God, I love them. They was running. He was like, "You want to run away with me?" She took her shoes off, and they run, and they was like, they trust each other. Other guys chat about last week. Rick tells her it was, so then they came back. Rick talks to Michelle and tells her that it was a lie. No one was questioning her character, and they did it. Whoever did it for a reason. Michelle says it's Jamie, and she says she is now seeing red flags. You should have already seen it, but okay, you're young, you're 27. I'm gonna excuse her. Okay, so she's saying she's seeing the red flags with Jamie. Rick tell the other guys that Jamie manipulated Michelle. They want to confront Michelle, so Nick, Casey, and Rick confronts him. Nate asks him what he said to Michelle, and he was choking up and coughing and carrying on and backpedaling and stuff. Nate asked, when did it happen? Because no one was saying what Jamie said was being said. He don't know who was saying it. Jamie said what he don't know what people were saying. And Nate says, what people? You mean? And he was trying to backpedal and talk about, well, we don't want her character to be questioned by people. And Nate is like, what people? He was like the viewers. He was like the viewers. Fuck the viewers, okay? Excuse the language. This is not about the viewers. This is about here and now and us in the house. Who was saying it? Who is saying it? And he said he don't know who was saying it. Okay. And Jamie keep bringing up like, oh, we don't want people to think this. And Jamie says, what people? Why are you keep talking about in the episode? Why are you talking about viewers and episodes, Jamie? We're talking about here and now. Who was talking about her? I love Nate. Okay, Jamie was like, Nate was saying, F the episode. We talk about here and now. Who said what you was saying? Oh my God, Jamie made up the story. He made it up. The rest of the guys confront him. Romeo says Jamie is slithering out of every question, Snake. And is it me, or does it seem like Romeo, y'all, when they're in the group talking, when the groups were talking and Romeo did his voice, was it me? Or do you feel like Romeo might not be living his best life? Because I like Romeo, but there is something about him. Something's off about Romeo, okay? I know some of you, who was it? Alyssa, were you saying put Romeo? I was like, somebody was saying that, but something's off with Romeo for me. Okay. Michelle talks to the ladies, and according to Rick, she said no one in the house was questioning her character. She feels emotionally drained. Back to the guys that are all digging in Jamie's ego about him lying. Michelle comes down the stairs and his eyes widen. So basically, he was telling the guys with his eyes, like, basically, shut up because she's coming. Michelle asks if everything was okay because there's tension in the room. And, what's going on? She can feel tension. Jamie is backpedaling about what she said. Michelle checked him and said, well, you said this and this and this, but actually nobody was talking about me. She asked him to go outside with her to talk, and she told him that my trust has really broken. So now, ladies, I don't trust a man until your trust has been proven. I don't give you trust and then cause you to break my trust. Trust is earned, okay? She says she doesn't trust him, and it's best for her to walk the dusty out. I don't know if he's a dusty. I don't know. I'm just saying he's a narcissist. She canceled the cocktail party again. This is the second cocktail party that's been canceled. Casey is extremely nervous. He is the older guy, Casey. I know they say you're 36, baby, but you do look a little bit 36. I wish Casey had kind of went to the barber and get him a nice shave. Casey Gray is not making him look sexy. I'm sorry. I think Michelle probably do need somebody older and more mature, but Casey looks extremely old. Why is Spencer there? So the roses goes to Joe again, gets the first rose. Rick, Leroy, Nate, Casey, Chris G, Chris S. Chris S is my Superman number, I think 3, 4, 2. Clayton, older, Romeo, Will. Will gets the last rose, which I don't know why Will was at the bottom, because Will won the date with her. So why was he at the bottom? And I thought Will should have already gotten a rose. And then there was this bland guy in the back. Did you see the bland guy in the back? I didn't see him throughout the episode, and then I was like, oh, that must be Clint Eastwood grandson. So Peter, Malik, Spencer, and Clint Eastwood grandson went home. Yeah, they weren't on anything. Okay. And then they did a toast, and Will, toast and gave her a compliment. So my new list is number 4 is Rick. I am amazed at Rick. I mean, he's just really, really, really stepped up. Rick is the salad guy. Remember the salad, the appetizer? He has absolutely stepped up to the plate, and I really like him. I am kicking off Superman number 2. He was non-existent in the last 2 seasons. Where was he? I don't have him up here because, again, the pictures are on my other computer. Okay, here we go. Chris S. Where was Chris S? I didn't see him at all. So I'm kicking him off, okay? So my new list is Rick. I don't have Rick here, but if you remember the guy that came in the salad, Brandon, I am replacing Rick with, I'm replacing Chris S with Brandon, okay? Brandon has absolutely surprised me. Remember Brandon, the one that I said looked like little Michael? I don't have his picture up here, but he looks like my little boy. He looks just like little Michael. If you've been watching and I said the one that looks like little Michael, you'll remember. He looks like little Michael. That's Brandon, okay? And so he has totally surprised me. I am so surprised. So my new list, number 5, Rick, the salad guy. Brandon, the one that says light skin. I thought he was Hispanic. Clayton, of course, is Superman number 1. Rodney for me is number 2, and Nate is number 1. I kicked Joe off because he ghosted her. Okay, so my number 1 for Michelle now, episode number 3, Nate, Rodney, Clayton, Brandon, and Rick. Let me know what you think of my new lineup. Do you think I got it right this time? I love you. It's 7:42. I have to run. I absolutely adore you. Let me know what you think. Come back later. I have a ready to love video I need to do. Maybe, possibly. Okay, because when I get home, I have to hit that computer. Love you. Bye. Remember to show me love and support. Subscribe. Please remember reviews on my books. I love you, and thank you for your love and support. Bye.